Hello and welcome to another English class. Today I have the cold. When I started these videos 1 month ago, I had the flu. So, not very lucky, but there you go. Notice, I have the cold means infection. I am cold or it is cold refers to the temperature. And it is very cold here today. That's why I'm wearing my favorite orange gilet. So today we're going to talk about present perfect simple compared to present perfect continuous. Now, present perfect simple is a frustrating tense, possibly the most difficult English tense. Don't worry, I've done a video on present perfect simple. We talked about how the present perfect simple is about an action which happened in the past where the result is still true. For example, I have broken my leg, it's still broken. I have lost my key, it's still lost. But present perfect simple can also be I have lived in Edinburgh for 8 years, I still live in Edinburgh. So those are both connected to the present. But also, I have been to Spain 8 times. I'm not in Spain now. The connection to the present is the time only. So the time is unfinished, okay? I have eaten many cakes this week. I'm not eating a cake right now, but this week is unfinished. And by the way, that's not true. I haven't eaten many cakes this week. I'm trying to be good. Okay, this present perfect simple is about completed actions, but recently completed actions. There must be that connection to the present. It's not really a connection to the present, but it happened recently. But I'm going to show you some comparisons. Present perfect simple, it focuses on the result here, okay? And the complete result. Okay, that's the focus, the result. The focus with present perfect continuous is the action, and there is evidence of the action, but we don't know if the action is complete or not. We don't know, and frankly, we don't care, because we are only focusing on the action. And this is very similar to my present perfect continuous video from yesterday, where I talked about, for example, the evidence of the action. It has been raining. It is not raining now, but it's wet outside, so there's evidence of the rain. So it's very similar to that. You can also say it has been raining for 2 hours. In this case, it is still raining because we said for 2 hours or since 10 o'clock, okay? So this is very similar to the present perfect continuous from yesterday. This is a completed action, recently completed. I have fixed the bike, completed action, okay? Now, if I said I have fixed the bike for many years, that doesn't make any sense because the bike is very specific and it's really the verb which dictates whether we're talking about a completed result or I have lived in Edinburgh. Living is a permanent thing. You live and then you don't live anymore. But when you're alive, living is constant. So the verb is very important in this, and it should help you understand. It's a completed action because it's, for example, to meet someone. That's a very short action. Oh, hello. So I have met John. It really has no relation to the present other than in my life, the present time, okay? The unfinished time, sorry. So I have fixed the bike. That's a complete action. It's fixed. It's done. I have been fixing the bike. We don't know if the action is complete or not, but the evidence of the action is the dirty hands. Oh, you have dirty hands. I have been fixing the bike. Okay? So there you go. When you fix a bike, normally you get some oil on your fingers or whatever, or maybe on your clothes. So the evidence of the action is there, and that's the only thing we're focusing on. We're focusing on the action. I have been fixing the bike. Not now, but that's why my hands are dirty. So it's very similar to yesterday's first meaning of present perfect continuous. She has painted the room. This is a complete action. It's finished. We focus on the result. Here, focus on the action. She has been painting the room. Evidence, paint on the clothes, paint on her skin. He has washed the car. Completed action. It's finished. He has been washing the car. Action. He's a bit wet, a bit soapy. That's the evidence of the action. Again, we don't know if the action is complete or not. It doesn't matter. It's not relevant. Okay? If it's relevant, You say, have you finished? And he would say, or she would say, not yet, or yes, okay? But if it is finished, you can use this if it's finished, but you're explaining why your hands are dirty, why you're wet, why there's paint on your clothes, okay? I have been running, that's why I'm sweating, that's why I'm out of breath, okay? So we're only focused on the action, not the result. But it could be complete. We don't know. Also, with present perfect simple, we use these words. How much, how often, how many times for completed actions. How much is complete? How often do you do it? How many times have you done it? Okay? How much have you read? The complete chapters. How much have you read? 2 chapters, 3 chapters. You could even use it pages. I've read about 20 pages because those pages are complete, okay? How long is for the activity which is still happening. How long have you been reading that book? You're still reading the book, you're focused on time. How long have you been reading that book? Oh, about 2 months. It's very long, and I don't read it every night, for example, or every day. How many episodes have you watched? Okay, completed episodes, right? Or how many series have you watched? How long have you been watching that show? Time. Now that doesn't have to be right. For example, I'm watching the show. How long have you been watching that show? Well, 20 minutes, an hour. But it could be your time, the time in your life. How long have you been watching Family Guy, for example? Because Family Guy goes on and on and on, and The Simpsons too. I've been watching Family Guy since the beginning. I've been watching The Simpsons since 1990. That's when it came out in Britain, I think. From the beginning, anyway. From the beginning. Sorry, that was from a film, Beethoven, Immortal Beloved with Gary Oldman. I recommend that film. That's a beautiful film. Immortal Beloved, starring Gary Oldman. It's about Beethoven. It's beautiful. Completely fictional, but beautiful. Okay, sorry about that. So there you go, okay? And how many songs have they recorded? How many songs are finished, okay? How many songs are complete? How long have they been recording? Time. They've been recording for about 12 hours, okay? So there you go. And remember that some verbs, this is very important with grammar, very important. Remember that some verbs are non-continuous, such as know, believe, like, and many, many, many more. I will do a class on non-continuous verbs. So in this case, you would always use the present perfect simple because the verbs are non-continuous. You don't say, I am knowing John, or I have been knowing John for 2 years, okay? You can't. How long have you known? Okay, so how long, but we have to use the simple because these are non-continuous verbs. How long have you known Sarah? Oh, about 3 months, about 6 years. How long has she believed? Okay, how long has she believed in God, for example? Okay, how long has she believed that you still work at the bank? How long have they liked Family Guy, for example? Okay, you cannot use the continuous form of these verbs because it's wrong, so we have to use how long, but we use the simple verb because these are non-continuous verbs, okay? There you go. The simple tense, because these are non-continuous verbs. Well, I hope that made sense. I hope you enjoyed it. And as always, please subscribe to the channel for regular videos, daily videos at the moment. That should probably continue, but I can't promise daily videos, but more or less. Leave a like, that's very nice, and I appreciate that. Leave a comment if you have any questions or doubts, or you want to say hello, or share this with anybody you know who's learning English, because they could benefit from this, and that's a lovely thing to do. So thanks for watching, have a lovely day, and I'll see you again very soon for another video. Bye bye!